Hey, I'm Susanna Kay, and I hope you enjoy this quick tip taken from one of my live events. If you like it, make sure to subscribe to my channel and like this video. Here you go. Hey, beautiful. I just wanted to take this time to share with you how I set up my quick cleaning caddy. Now, this is my caddy, and I recently found this brand of caddy, and I've absolutely loved it. It's actually meant to be a diaper bag and utility caddy, but since it's so easily cleaned and it has all these different compartments, I've fallen in love with it. I'll share information about all of my favorite things that I use for my cleaning caddy in the description to the video. But this is one of my favorites, and this is how I set up my cleaning caddy to not only be able to clean really quickly, but to also take care of some of those little maintenance things around the home and be set up so that it's easy to do specialized cleaning, like super quickly on the fly. So let's go through what is in my caddy. First off, the caddy itself. This one right here is the Mollie Ollie Caddy, and it's in the link. Like I said, if it's still available, it will be in the link in the description of the video. But I like this one. It's actually a very sturdy felt on the outside and a lined inside, so it's easy to clean the caddy itself, and it has removable dividers. So you can have 3 sections, 2 sections, just one large section, whatever you want. Plus it has a ton of different pockets along the sides, including the zipper pocket that has my secret weapons that I will share with you. So whatever caddy you like to use is absolutely fine. I just happen to like this one. I will say that they sent me this for free to try out. So I did not purchase this one myself. Normally I say no when people offer to send me products to try because I do not ever like to recommend something that I don't like. So if they ever do that, I'm like, I'm not recommending it if I don't like it. But I like this one so much I'm actually purchasing extra ones because I use it for all of the different projects around my house. Like I just did a photo project, I do laser wood cutting, and I used it for that. So I would like to have more than one of these now. So I highly recommend it. This is by Mollie Ollie. It's the, what's it called? I'll remember in just a minute. But it is their caddy. It was originally, I think, meant to be a diaper bag. What I like also is that the straps are super easy to grab and they aren't hard on my hands because with typing all day, I have hand and wrist issues sometimes. So I like that. Now inside the caddy itself. The caddy itself, like I mentioned, has several compartments. So I have separated a lot of the things into various compartments. So I'll just go through each section at a time. You know me and my organizing zones and how I like to organize things in zones. I did the same thing with my cleaning caddy. If you've not heard about organizing zones, then check out my YouTube channel, and that's where I tell you more about that. But on the side, I have a lot of the dusting things. So this right here is for dusting blinds, and I love it. You just slide it in between the blinds, and you can pull across, and it'll pull all the dust off. It's got these removable microfiber covers. So I just dust and throw that in the wash, throw just the covers in the wash, and it's super, super easy. And then, of course, I've got my Swiffer. Now, I like to carry as few things as I really need to in order to get the job done. So even though I do have one of those short Swiffers, I really only use this one. It's got the extensions. So it's the one that's, I think they call it telescoping Swiffer. But since it can do things up close and the ceilings high up, I really only use this one. I'm not going to put both Swiffers in my cleaning caddy. So I have my Swiffer for that quick dusting, and then of course everybody has that old toothbrush, right? So the old toothbrush, and then there's this Oral-B. I don't know if you can see. Oral-B has this like super strong. I got it when I got Invisalign, the invisible braces, from my dentist, so I'm assuming they probably sell them. If so, I'm going to try to add a link in my favorite things store, and that's where you can get it. But this one's just an Oral-B, like a super strong one with a little pointy side on there as well, which makes it easy to get things, like get in those little corners, which I like. So that is all that's in this side right here. You've got the dusters and the cleaners. And it does not matter which pocket I put them in. I just am moving the Swiffer away from my face so it's not this big thing right in front of me. Now in the small side pockets, now there are 2 small side pockets that I have it set up with. And you can see I've got 2 small, 1 large. Now in one of the pockets, these are all the things that I have here inside. So since I am putting some of the things that I use that get wet within this pocket, even though this is really durable and you can wipe it down, just to keep it extra easy to clean, I actually have just one of these dollar store bins. And these dollar store bins are perfect in the bottom of a section if you want to. You don't have to, and I only have it in this one section, and that's just because what I'm about to talk about with some of the wet items, that's why I just push it down to the bottom of that section, and it's right there. So if anything drips, then it won't bother anything. The next thing that I have is this canned air. So I don't know if you can see that. So I have canned air. And this canned air is just the type of air that you would use on a computer keyboard or on electronics, but I use it for like dusting plants and getting into small areas. Now I will say, don't ever spray this into a vent area of your electronics. So if you're dusting things like behind the TV and the little crevices around that area, be careful, or behind your computer, don't spray it so the air goes into that vent, because that can actually hurt the electronics. But anywhere else that's not a vent, this is great stuff, and it doesn't really matter what brand, but it just gives that brush of air and it'll blow the dust off. So that way, I always do this first and then I go back and dust afterwards. And then I have all of the stuff that is usually wet stuff. So I have a magic eraser. I can't live without my magic erasers. I don't know what I ever did without them. I have a scrubby brush. So it's got a rough side on one and a brush on the other, and then or a sponge, I mean. Rough side on one and sponge on the other. And then just a scrub brush, which I even still have the tag on. I just recently got this one. It's just from IKEA. And I put them in this just dollar store cup. So this dollar store cup is only so that it can hold the drips. It's just a funny cat in the hat cup that I thought was cute. So those are the kind of wet things that I have in that section, and they're just super easy to grab, and I can refill them whenever I need to, but they go in the cup, so if they're drippy, then they won't get in my caddy. That's all that's in that section of the caddy. So next we will go to the larger section of the caddy. I'm going to move this out of the way. So the larger section of the caddy is about half of the inside of the caddy. And this is where I keep all of my various bottles of cleaners, basically. And that's all that's in there. There's no liner, nothing else, just the bottles of cleaners. So this is what I have inside. Sometimes I feel like using an air freshener, whether it's like the Febreze spray, or sometimes I make my own. I like to make my own air freshener sprays. If you make any of your own cleaning products, let me know in the comments. I always love to hear really good, tried and true recipes for DIY stuff that are easy. Only if it's easy. If I have to cook something, then I'm not going to do it. But air freshener. And then, of course, toilet bowl cleaner. You know, give me a thumbs up or some love for this video if you also hate cleaning toilets. I feel like most of my job is cleaning the toilets, and most of my caddy seems to be about toilets. But toilet cleaner is the one. Give me a hearts or a thumbs up or whatever, like this video, if you agree that cleaning toilets is not so fun. Then my wood care spray, so just whatever wood polish, the very basic polish, not anything that's like a stain, so just the general. And then I have 2 types of cleaning wipes. I have Clorox wipes or Lysol wipes or whatever was on sale for the disinfecting wipes that you throw away. And these I use for those nasty old toilets or anything that's a really gross type of a cleaning that I do. So I usually have a small bin in there of those. And then I have the wipes that I make myself. So these are just DIY type of wipes in a little sealed container. And within, it's whenever I have a t-shirt that's gotten old or towels or anything, I just cut them up and then put them right into the container. So that way they're a little wipe. And I use half white vinegar, half water, and then sometimes I'll add a couple drops of essential oil. But that's all that I pour in here. So I'll put the rags in and I'll pour that stuff in here until it's about half full. So when I pull one out, usually I squeeze out any of the extra liquid, and then I can wipe things down, and then these just go in my normal laundry. So I have a Ziploc bag that I use during cleaning, and once I've cleaned with it, then I'll put this in that Ziploc bag and then take it to the laundry afterwards, and I can reuse that Ziploc bag over and over. But this way, I'm not throwing a bunch of wipes into the environment. I don't know how long it takes for those to break down. I also am not using any harmful chemicals around my home, and I'm saving a lot of money because these are so much cheaper than buying a ton of wipes, because I do go through a lot of wipes, I will tell you that. So those are the things that I use in my bag. And the DIY wipes, like I mentioned, I don't necessarily do cleaning the toilet with it, or things that are super gross, just because like it makes my brain feel icky to think about reusing that. But you can, I'm sure. That's just my own preference. And then in this side of the bag, I have a quick grab little apron. So this is just from like Home Depot, and it I think maybe was $1, so like off the local hardware supply store. But this is what I'll use sometimes when I don't want to carry the whole caddy. I just want to do, like, I call it my wandering clean, and that's where I'll just wander around the house and clean whatever I feel like cleaning that I see that needs to be wiped down or dusted. So I'll put this on, and then I'll wander around the house, and I usually have like a magic eraser that I've dampened, and a Swiffer, and a microfiber cloth, and just like the super basic, I'll have some of my wipes, stick them right in here. And I can wander around the house without carrying a caddy around, because when I do my wandering cleaning, then if I try to carry my caddy, I'll inevitably leave it in a room, and I don't remember what room, because I'm literally just wandering around and cleaning whatever I feel like. So on my YouTube channel, there is a video about my wandering cleaning and the wandering tidy, if you wanted to know more about how that one works. Then I have a little baggie that I put extra of the microfiber covers for the blind cleaner, because when I do feel like doing blinds, they get really, really dusty. So I don't do blinds all that often because I'm just lazy by nature. I think that's why I'm an organizer. I don't like to find my things. I like to make things super simple, break it down to bites. And this is one of those things that I don't clean my blinds all the time. So when I do, I will easily go through like 4 or 5 or so of these during a blinds cleaning session. And then an extra Swiffer duster. And then this is the baggie that I will use to hold all of those used wipes until they hit the laundry. So it's all right there, and then just keeps them nice and compartmentalized. And the trick with using like a baggie and putting it in for storage, as long as you're not worried about something leaking, don't close it all the way. So close it only to like a certain, like a little bit open, so that way you can fold it over on itself and the air can get out. And you can either leave it closed or seal it up the rest of the way that when you're done, but that way you can get it into those tight spots, because if you close it all the way, then you get too much air in it. So just a quick tip on that. Now we're getting to some of the magic of what makes my cleaning caddy a little bit different than other people's cleaning caddies. So on this side, I have the usual, I have like the small trash can garbage bags, which are self-explanatory. I also have a bleach pen. This is like just one of those Clorox where you can put bleach on a specific area. I use this a lot of times around like faucets and in like hard to reach areas that have just kind of gotten stained, maybe along grout, things like that. So if I'm in the mood to and I notice that something's getting really funky, then I could just use the bleach pen to put a little bit of bleach right on that spot and clean that off. So it's nice to have that handy. But then on this side of the bag, I have a screwdriver and the home maintenance type of items. So, oops, I'm definitely messing that one up today. All right, so the screwdriver. I have a screwdriver in my cleaning bag because it never fails. It's when I'm cleaning that I notice when there's a knob that's getting loose, or like maybe on the cabinets, some of the hardware is getting loose. And that way, as soon as I see it, I can take care of it right then. So I can grab this screwdriver, and the nice thing is this one has a bit on the end that can flip. You take it out, and it's a Phillips head on one side and a flat head on the other. So it makes it nice and easy. I have both a Phillips head and a flat head screwdriver on me at all times when I'm cleaning. So it does not end up on my to-do list. It just gets done really quickly. I also have Goo Gone. So if I find something that's super sticky, like that still has sticker residue on it or something like that, then I already have the Goo Gone right there. I can just clean it really quickly instead of thinking I have to do it later. And then the other thing that I have in this caddy, it's nice because they have like this big pocket and these little side holes for holding who knows what, anything small. But in the big pocket, I have just the instructions for using these wood pens. They're just the Minwax wood finish stain markers. But these are great for touching up any wood that got scratched. So if I find a scratch on any of the wood furniture, I have these right there so I can touch them up right then. I don't have to worry about trying to remember to go back, and then I have all the different colors of the different woods that we have in our house. So that's already right here for me. And then also we have in my office and in Kayla's room a lot of the IKEA furniture in black. So I have a Sharpie, because the Sharpie, if there's a scratch on that IKEA furniture, then the Sharpie works really, really well to just cover up any of those scratches on the black furniture. So I can do that really quickly. Right while I'm there, I don't have to worry about putting it on my to-do list, remembering to do it later. The more I can do in the moment, the better. Now I will say, do not try to fill your caddy with everything you could possibly need for home maintenance projects around the house. The goal is to keep your caddy with just the stuff that you are using fairly often or that's really lightweight, and not to overstuff it, because if you do, then it'll be really hard to find what you need in it, and you will not want to clean if your cleaning caddy is overstuffed, because then it makes cleaning even harder than it needs to be, and we don't want that. The whole point is to make it super, super easy to grab what you need, easy to put it away. So less is definitely more. Just grab the stuff that you're using all the time. And then this final compartment. You might have noticed I said I had 3 compartments, but I've only talked about 2 so far. This final compartment is another one of my magical compartments, because this one changes based on what I'm doing. So right now, this is set up for kind of the general clean, where anything that I use that's refillable, that gets that is pretty much used up or needs to be refilled while I'm cleaning, that goes in this compartment. So in this compartment, I have these little drop-ins for the toilet, and we have 3 toilets, so I only try to buy the boxes of 3, because if I have 3 toilets, then I can just grab one box of 3 drop-ins, and this is going to get used up in one of my cleaning sessions. So I have that I put into this pocket for my general cleaning. I grab whatever rags that I plan to use, and then at the end I will expect that these will be dirty, so they'll just go in the laundry, so they won't stay in here. I do air fresheners. In each of our bathrooms we have an air freshener, so I will throw 3 air fresheners right into that little area of the caddy, knowing that the old ones are going to get tossed and the new ones will be put in. So these won't stay once I'm done cleaning. This is like, I don't even know if this really works. I've just been using it because I hate toilets so much and want them to stay clean. This is some kind of toilet gel, and I don't even know the brand at this point, but it just, I guess, sticks on the side and is supposed to make it like fresher. So this gets reused or used up and replenished after cleaning. And then finally, the toilet wands. We actually use those toilet wands instead of the brushes, the reusable brushes. We use the ones where at the end you can throw away the little top. This is the Clorox disinfecting toilet wand refills. So these little ends are what actually scrub and get thrown away. And the only reason why I use these is just because our toilets, like, they require so much scrubbing, and the brush just does not seem to scrub as well as these do. So as I'm cleaning, I'm checking to see if the toilet wand refill holder, because it comes with this little holder, if it needs to get refilled, and if so, then I refill it right then. So at the end, these don't stay in here. So basically, in this container, or this section of the container, let me put this in, I will only have things that do not stay. So they're either refills or they're going to get completely used up during that session. So when I go to store this, that section is empty. Now, I don't always use just those things in that section. Sometimes in that section, if I'm doing a very specific cleaning, like maybe I'm cleaning my stainless steel in the kitchen, well, I won't need all the toilet care. I will need the kitchen care for the stainless steel, which I do every once in a while, and I use olive oil. You can look at that other video on how I clean stainless steel so that you can't see the fingerprints. That's in my YouTube channel, but I use olive oil and a bunch of rags and some paper towels whenever I do that. So this section, if I was going to do a stainless steel day, then it would have the olive oil and the roll of paper towels and rags. If I was going to do, like a lot of times we have a lot of old wood that my grandfather used to build furniture and my grandmother would stain it. So I still have some of those items. So some days I will go through and try to take extra good care of the wood. So I'll use the wood stain and the wood conditioner and all of that. And I don't use that often, but when I do, then this compartment can have the rags, the stain, the conditioner, all the stuff for the wood. So if I'm doing a special project, then that's what goes in this section. And as I'm storing it, it's just stored empty. So that way it can be used for whatever special projects I need. But that's it. This is the caddy that I absolutely love, and that's how I use it. If you have any questions or ideas, or if you'd like to tell me what type of caddies you use, or your DIY recipes, what you like to use for cleaning, I would love to hear. Tell me in the comments what you thought of this video and all of the thoughts about what you do. Also, make sure to like, comment, share this video, because the more you do that, the more I'm able to make more videos for you, which I love to share all of these ideas. So tell me what you want to hear. I'm always open to hearing about ideas for other tips and tricks that I can share with you. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I love you so much, beautiful. I will see you soon. Have a wonderful day. Bye now. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. If you liked it, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and you might like some of these videos as well. Also, head on over to my website to learn more about me at susannakay.com. The link is in the description below. See you soon, beautiful. I love you.